What is up, guys? It's Tom here and welcome to very exciting Liverpool transfer news that Liverpool held talks with Brazilian goalkeeper Alisson because they were at Anfield actually. Brazil played a friendly against Croatia, and after the game, a reliable Brazilian media outlet UOL, which is a Brazilian newspaper, their sports section claims that the meeting took place on Saturday with the Roma goalkeeper and of course Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool's representatives. Liverpool officials used this Brazil's fixture with Croatia as a perfect excuse to speak with their starting goalkeeper Alisson. Roma say that they want 70 million euros for the 25-year-old goalkeeper who keeps Ederson out of the Brazil team. So Alisson is most likely to start at the World Cup for Brazil. Let me know what do you think about this transfer news in the comments below. If you were Jurgen Klopp, who do you want to sign as a goalkeeper? Do you want Alisson, Oblak, Butland, Courtois or somebody else? Let me know in the comments below. Should we keep Karius? Should we keep Mignolet or sell him or sell Karius? Let me know what are your thoughts, and of course if you enjoy these transfer news videos, please leave a like, it really helps me out, and subscribe if you are new with post notifications turned on. We will take a look at Emre Can signing a deal with Juventus, and also I will tell you more about the Sadio Mane to Real Madrid rumors and if there are any truths to that, and also the Naby Fekir transfer update. So stay tuned because there will be a lot of information in this video. Goalkeeper is a priority position for Jurgen Klopp, especially after the Champions League final. I will make a separate video on this whole Karius concussion debate that is going on social media because I want to give my opinion. I think it's fascinating. So Karius has been on holiday in America. He went into the American hospital and they did some MRI scans and it came back. He suffered concussion in the Champions League final where Sergio Ramos elbowed him. What do you think about that? But still, Karius probably made those two mistakes because of that concussion or partly because of that, but still I think that Liverpool need a world-class goalkeeper, a goalkeeper who can rival the other goalkeepers in the Premier League top 6, goalkeepers like De Gea, Courtois, Petr Cech, Ederson, Hugo Lloris. These are world-class goalkeepers. Maybe Petr Cech not anymore, but he used to be. And Liverpool need an elite goalkeeper in my opinion. And actually I have a very interesting interview with a Brazilian journalist. The Liverpool Echo has done an interview with him about Alisson, and I want to read this for you guys because I think it's very interesting news. And Fernando Duarte, who is a Brazilian journalist who is currently working for the BBC World Service, he did an interview with the Liverpool Echo, and I want to read this interview for you guys. He said Alisson was always known as a good goalkeeper in Brazil, but he has improved so much at Roma. Alisson was given the #1 shirt by Dunga, the former Brazil manager, and now it's a position that Tite, the current Brazil manager, inherited. This journalist is saying that he's a Liverpool fan, so of course he wants Alisson, to sign for Liverpool. And he said, this Brazilian journalist Duarte said that Alisson is good enough to play for Real Madrid, but he asks, is he going to want to play for Real Madrid if Keylor Navas is there winning 3 Champions League trophies in a row? I don't know. I know we have heard Florentino Perez wants a new keeper, but is Alisson really going to be guaranteed a starting spot? Alisson only wants to go to a club who will start him because he's at the prime of his powers, and unless there is something in his contract by Florentino Perez, this Brazilian journalist can't see Alisson signing for Real Madrid. So that leaves Liverpool in pole position to sign Alisson, and I think this would be a really big transfer if it goes through. I would be happy with either Alisson or Oblak, to be honest, or even with Courtois. We just need to improve in every area possible, and goalkeeper is our weakest position at the moment in my opinion. So we need to upgrade on Karius and Mignolet, and both Alisson, Oblak or Courtois would be an upgrade on both Karius and Mignolet in my honest opinion, but let me know what is yours. Just to continue with this interview, he also said, I think Liverpool would be a much better move given the fact that he isn't a true owner of the #1 goalkeeper shirt at Anfield, especially after what happened in the Champions League final. I fully agree with him. It's up to him. A lot of factors will come into this decision. I hope he makes the right one for him and his family. So fascinating interview, and I think Alisson improved massively in the past 2 seasons, especially this last season. He guided Roma to the Champions League semi-finals. It was because of Alisson's saves against Barcelona that Roma even got there to the Champions League semi-final. And yes, Liverpool scored 7 goals in total against Alisson, but none of those goals were Alisson's fault. Most of them were unsavable shots. I watched Alisson very closely, because even when Liverpool were playing the Champions League semi-final against Roma, Liverpool were heavily linked with Alisson, and I watched him closely in both games, and he seems like a very assured, very confident, great goalkeeper with good reflexes and decent ball distribution, and this is exactly what Liverpool need. And he has an aura, a presence on the pitch that Karius and Mignolet doesn't have. He's more experienced than them, and probably he has a higher potential instead of Karius and Mignolet. So I really hope that Liverpool can pull this transfer off. He guided Roma to 3rd place in the Serie A, which is also very good, and Roma will play in the Champions League. But Roma have some financial difficulties. I have to stress this, guys, because of financial fair play, Roma have to generate some revenue from player sales to just break even and not break financial fair play rules, and that could get them into heavy fine and a penalty and possibly even exclusion from the Champions League, which would be an absolute disaster for Roma, because the Champions League revenue is really vital for that club, because they are not like in the top 10 richest clubs in the world, so they need all the money that they can get. So they might have to sell Alisson if a really big offer comes in, 70, 80. I read somewhere that they want 90 million euros, which would be a little bit over the top, but Liverpool can afford it. And is it really too much for a player who could solve Liverpool's goalkeeping problems for the next 7, 8 to even 10 years? Similar to Van Dijk. At the time, everybody was going crazy about the Van Dijk transfer fee. I wasn't. I think 75 million for Van Dijk was totally worth it, because you could see that in just half a season he completely transferred the whole Liverpool defending. The whole Liverpool defense just got so much better with Van Dijk in there. And we went to the Champions League final, and we were very unlucky to lose the Champions League final, in my opinion. And Alisson could have a similar impact on the defense. He could really make the defense that much more reliable, consistent and resolute and hard to beat. And that's exactly what Liverpool need and want if we want to be regulars at the top of the Premier League table and regulars in the Champions League quarterfinals, semi-finals or final. That's where Liverpool are aiming to be season in, season out. We need to build a team who can challenge for the Premier League title and maybe win it one day with Jurgen Klopp. I really think that Jurgen Klopp is putting together piece by piece the puzzle that needs to be put together for Liverpool to actually challenge and ultimately win the Premier League title, because that's what all Liverpool fans want after 28 long years. It has been too long, guys. Jurgen Klopp knows it, but it's not Jurgen Klopp's fault that Liverpool haven't won the Premier League for 25, 26 years. Remember where he inherited Liverpool. Liverpool finished 7th or 8th under Brendan Rodgers after a disastrous season where we went out in the Champions League group stages, we went out in the Europa League very early, and we lost 6-1 to Stoke City. That's where Jurgen Klopp took over Liverpool, and he guided them to a Europa League final, a Champions League final, a League Cup final. He delivered the Champions League twice in a row now, and he's building a team who is now one of the most exciting to watch teams in the whole of Europe, and that is a massive, huge improvement on the Brendan Rodgers era. Let's not even talk about the Roy Hodgson era, because that was just a complete disaster. And now let's talk about the Nabil Fekir to Liverpool update on the transfer story. So Nabil Fekir's agent said that Liverpool need to agree a fee with Lyon sooner or later, because other clubs might be interested in Nabil Fekir if he has a good World Cup. Other clubs are Bayern Munich and Atletico Madrid, but at the moment the Liverpool and Lyon negotiations are going slow. They will get there in the end. I'm still hearing that from journalists that Liverpool and Lyon will get an agreement done But of course, there are a lot of finer details when a big transfer like this happens that they need to iron out. Another very interesting news is that Emre Can agreed a 4-year deal with Juventus as expected. Lots of people have been saying this for months, but I actually respect Emre Can for keeping it quiet and not revealing anything before the Champions League final, because that could have really derailed the focus of the team. But Emre Can instead was very professional, and he only wanted a release clause put into the contract of his at Liverpool, and I can understand why Liverpool didn't do it, but we lose a player that is not irreplaceable, and he will actually be one of the highest earners at Juventus, earning something close like 5 million euros per year. And it speaks volumes that a squad player, not even a regular starting 11 player, but a squad player in Jurgen Klopp's team, goes to Juventus and becomes one of their highest earners. And that says to me that Liverpool have come a long way in the last few years. What is up with these rumors that Sadio Mane has agreed in principle a deal with Real Madrid? David Mattock of the Mirror and Dominic King of the Daily Mail, they both said that this news is absolute nonsense, because Mane has 3 years left on his contract and there is not a single circumstance where he will be allowed to leave, according to Liverpool FC. And this is just music to my ears. I love to hear this because Sadio Mane is one of our most important players. And Dominic King also reporting that Liverpool have no interest in letting him leave this summer. So Liverpool were quick, early and swift to absolutely rubbish these transfer claims, and that's really good to see. By the way, Get French Football, the French newspaper, started reporting this, that Zinedine Zidane's departure has put an eventual deal in doubt, according to France Football and according to them. Because I just can't see this happening unless Real Madrid play an extremely big amount of money, like £100 million or something like that. And I don't think Mane is worth that, but he's one of our key players, and that's what he would command. He's not irreplaceable, but he's such a big part of our team, and he actually was the best Liverpool player in the Champions League final, in my opinion. So please, Mane, don't go to Real Madrid, don't go to anyone, stay at Liverpool, and you can become a legend. Because if this Liverpool team wins the Champions League or the Premier League, then the whole team and Jurgen Klopp will go down into Anfield folklore, and they will be forever remembered. We were this close to winning the Champions League final. Let's hope that we can win it under Jurgen Klopp sooner or later. What do you think about all these transfer news in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. See you later, guys. Goodbye.